Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syuhada Husna binti Saharuddin. My supervisor is Sir Muhammad Hafiz bin Rahmat, and my system is called Halal Previous Checker and Recommendation System using scrapping. Okay, so basically, my system is a web-based application where I scrape data from 3 websites, Jakin, and then Japan and Korea's Halal website. Okay, so the reason as to why I choose Japan and Korea is because it is one of the countries where most of Malaysians visited. So next is the problem statement. The first one is living in a Muslim majority country has made some of us too relaxed with the halal label and just assuming the halal status of a product or a premise. Okay, so the first problem statement focuses more on the situation in Malaysia, where since it is easy to find halal restaurants here, it has come to the point where we just don't really bother to check the halal status of restaurants. We just start assuming, for example, oh, the worker is a Muslim, so the restaurants must be halal. I saw Muslims dining in the restaurant, so it must be halal. So it is a perfect example for the first problem statement. And then the second one is difficulties in finding halal restaurants when traveling abroad to countries like Japan or Korea. Okay, so for second problem statement, um, it is quite challenging for Muslims when traveling abroad to countries that are not um, Muslim majority country. So unlike Malaysia, the Muslim community in Japan and Korea are minorities. So it can be quite hard for Muslims to find halal restaurants there. So that's why the objectives of the system is to develop a system where user can check the halal status of a food premises from Malaysia, Japan, and Korea, and also to evaluate the functionality of the system and user acceptance of whether the system fulfill the requirements in terms of interface, usability, and performance. Okay, so this is the login page. This is what the user will see as soon as they open the website, the web app. So this is the login part, just in case the user does not have an account yet. So what they need to do is to sign up. They need to enter their name. And then their email. Password, and then we enter the password again. So if there is no problem with the data that user entered, once they click register, the system will automatically bring this user straight to the dashboard. So user can check the status. So user can enter the premises name that are located in Malaysia, Japan, and Korea to check whether the restaurants have halal certification or not. So for example, the user wants to look for burger, Subway. So the system, if there's a match in the database, the system will display the name of the restaurants and then the status, the location, and also the company that manage the restaurants. So this is for if user want to check for specific restaurants of their halal status, of a restaurant's halal status. So and then for example, if the user are traveling, for example in Korea they're going to Seoul, so they want to know like is there any like halal restaurants in Seoul? So all they need to do is just enter, for example, like soul, and then when they hit search, if there's a match, the user will display all the name, status, and also location of the restaurants that are located in Seoul. So the system also provides a Google Maps link. So when user click on location, it will bring users straight to the Google Maps for directions. So besides that, user can also change their profile. For example, they want to change the name, can update. There is no problem. The system will display profile updated successfully. The user can also change the password. And okay, so password change successfully. So that's it for user side. We also have admin. So admin has a specific email to identify themselves as an admin. So this is the homepage for admin. Just like user, they can change their profile name and then email. They can also, this is what admin can do, which is they can edit or delete the list of restaurants in the database. For example, they wanted to okay, I create a new premise for testing purpose. For example, I create dummy. Company is optional because for websites, for restaurants from Japan and Korea website, they don't have company name. And then status, hello, location. Okay, submit. So premise added successfully. So for example, you want to edit the dummy premise. We want to edit the data. So if you hit search, okay, so this is the data that we've entered earlier. Okay, so for example, I want to edit the data. I want to add company name. And then, so premise updated successfully. So admin can also delete the premises in case it does not have halal certifications anymore, so they can delete it from the database. So delete is so premise deleted successfully. So if we search dummy, there's no more. There's no data displayed. So the admin can also change password like user. So basically that's it for the user and also admin sites. Thank you.